Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A warm welcome to meeting number 30th of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I am Toastmaster Sudharma Perera, your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. I am sure that you are excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and the audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are need to speak or you are called to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International has not put any restrictions on or speaking on these topics at Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, however, we urge you to speak us and all takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from the expressing any controversial ideas on these sensitive topics. And also, we urge you to aware for the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and in spirit. Hence, ensure there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones which create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Let me now call upon our presiding officer of today's meeting. He is a winner of 2 DTM awards and has completed 9 parts in Toastmasters past 12. He has been a President's Distinguished Division Director and also a Distinguished Area Director in the past. So, let me call upon our presiding officer, Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, over to you.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry, I'm actually doing the meeting on my mobile now because I'm in another Toastmaster meeting. The three of us, me, Nagesh, and Nancy. So a warm welcome to everyone to this meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Everyone for joining our meeting. Before I get started with the meeting, introducing the TMOD, the theme, etc., let me quickly welcome our guests. The first person I see on my camera here is our regular guest and now a family member, Dina. Thank you so much for joining, Toastmaster Dina McEnroy. We have our guest, I see Gaurav Simha. Gaurav, hi. Would you want to quickly, 30 seconds, introduce yourself and how did you get to know about this meeting?
Hi, Sourav. I'm Gaurav. I actually got to know about Toastmasters through a friend of mine in college who was, part of the club here in Bangalore. I actually wanted to join Toastmasters because I have a speech impediment. I'm a stutterer, so I wanted to sort of improve my speech. So that is why I wanted to join the club. I live in Bangalore and I work as a user, a researcher here in Bangalore. I'm about 26 right now. So yeah, these are the basic details about me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you. Welcome to the Gabbys. I see on camera also Sudhakar Tamankar. Sudhakar, are you a guest or a Toastmaster? You're on mute.
Apologies. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Sourav. Good evening and good evening to all. I wanted to join Toastmaster long back, and then probably, I think week back or 2 weeks back, I trying to reach out to Mita and wanted to join, and then she actually kind of asked me to join today's online and join as a guest. So I'm very happy to be here. Just to introduce myself, my name is Sudhakar Tamankar. I'm essentially I'm a chartered accountant, come with 18 years of experience, worked in corporate, and a couple of years back left corporate job to pursue kind of entrepreneurship. That is, I'm into virtual CFO now. Last almost 2 years, helping SME, MSMEs, and startups. So That is me. Thanks once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sudhakar. And the Gabbys does have a big bunch of chartered accountants already. Quite a few of our members are chartered accountants. So in case you're planning to join the club, you will find good company here. You guys can definitely topics themed around finances, ITRs and whatnot with the 31st March coming in soon, right? So we'll all be very interested.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, we have Manikandan Varadaraj. Are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
I'm a guest. Anyway, my name is Manikandan Varadaraj. So I've been in Bangalore like more than 12 years, and then searching for Toastmaster. I've been part of a Toastmaster for a couple of times. Then I couldn't continue because of the COVID scenario. Then I just came back to Bangalore to like close to 3-4 months before. Then again, I just want to continue my journey in the Toastmaster. Currently, I work with Amazon as an HR business partner. It's my first and last company in terms of I've been working there close to 12 years till I'm working there. So kind of lazy to move out. Apart from that, so the forum why I'm taking Toastmaster now is since I'm into the senior role, I'm looking at a leadership quality. That is my interest level now. Maybe that's what I want to explore. And then we also going back from virtual reality to the physical in-person connections, discussions and all. So maybe that touch of missing out the virtual thing will be there. So just thought to do that. The third element is something on the LinkedIn forum. I've been there for a while and then I have a good set of connections. I'm not able to make some set of maybe an depth or maybe and some strong inputs I should provide there. So maybe this forum will provide an opportunity to validate my thought in a close circle. So once I get a feedback around that, then possibly I can go and reflect my same thought process towards a larger forum. That's why I'm here.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mani, for joining us. And yes, I think this is the right platform for us to practice our leadership skills as well. There are quite a few projects at Toastmaster Pathways which are particularly geared at leadership level situations and simulations. Like, for example, we have a project on Develop Your Vision, where you practice how do you develop a vision or manage projects successfully, which teaches you how to manage projects or develop your PR strategies or do keynote sessions of 18 to 22 minutes. So there are various opportunities for you to hone your leadership skills along with your speaking skills. And that's why we say Toastmasters is where leaders are made. So thank you for joining us for the meeting today. In Toastmasters, we have the option of finding a club. And when we find a club, then if you're interested in a particular club, you can send a request to contact that club. And Toastmasters International shares with us those contacts. And one such guest was joined us today. Her contact came to us through Toastmasters International, which is Antara. Antara, a quick 30 seconds introduction about who you are, where you are, and why you're here.
Sure, Sourav. Thank you for introducing giving a quick introduction. So yeah, hi everyone. Good evening. Good evening to all. So so I have been part of Toastmaster, some time back when I was in Pune, located in Pune. But yeah, it was a very short journey. It was just for around 2-3 months, and due to some personal reason, I had to discontinue that. So yeah, I'm right now. I mean, just before going into the why of this Toastmaster, let me just quickly introduce myself. So I am I'm basically from Jharkhand. I've been in Bangalore since last couple of years. To be precise, it's 3 years. And I'm currently working in EY in project management domain. And so yeah, I have been a fan of Toastmaster for quite some time, but just out of procrastination, I was delaying it somewhere. So yeah, so that's why I just came through the Toastmaster International pathway and got to know, and luckily Dhwani reached out to me very quickly, and I decided to just join as a guest firstly, and then I will try to continue my journey onwards. So the major reason for joining Toastmaster is, as usual, like everyone said, that they want to improve the leadership skills, as I will be moving towards, senior positions. I have around 10 years of experience, 9.5 years of experience. So I want to move it. I want to take myself to the next level of leadership. And second, I want to improve my public speaking skills as well. So Toastmaster is the best platform to, get that through. So yeah, that's a bit about myself and why of the journey.
Thank you so much, Antara. Thank you for such a beautiful and a very holistic introduction about yourself. So those are the guests we have on camera, and those are the guests that we heard today in our meeting. So that's all that I can see on the camera right now in terms of the guests who are there with us for this meeting. And obviously, we have our general evaluator, who's no guest, no stranger to the Gabbys. So all those formal introductions of the role takers will come in very shortly. I would now get started formally with this meeting. I hereby call this meeting to order. Let me give a quick introduction about Toastmasters International. Toastmasters International is a 100-year-old organization started in 1924 by a gentleman named Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, who was at that point of time the director of education of YMCA, the Youth Men's Christian Association. As a director of education of YMCA, one thing that Dr. Ralph C. Smedley found is that one of the serious hurdles in our professional growth is our inability to communicate effectively. Irrespective of the profession that you are in, irrespective of the domain, your expertise, if you're not able to communicate effectively, you are not able to pave your way for success. And hence it started with the first Toastmaster Club in USA. And from there, we have branched out to almost 15,500 Toastmasters Club in 140 countries across the world with 300,000 members. The Gabbys family is a part of the Toastmasters fraternity. We have 3 clubs. The beauty of the Gabbys is that whether you're interested in doing an online meeting, whether you're interested in doing an in-person meeting, or whether you're interested in doing a hybrid meeting, we have you covered. We have 3 clubs: the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, the meeting that you're attending right now, which meets on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. We have got the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club, which meets on Thursdays at 7 p.m., again online. And we have the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, which meets Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., which has its meeting hybrid, which means that you can attend either in person or online. So paying for one membership, you get the benefit of being a member of 3 different clubs in Toastmasters. And that's kind of explains the member strength that Gabbys has, which currently stands at 91. And as we speak, we have one more member who got added today. We have one more member added today, which is Toastmaster Anshu Sharda. Toastmaster Anshu Sharda is a speech crafter who just became a Toastmaster. She is one of the 38 speech crafters out of whom 28 speech crafters graduated last week. And out of them, already 7 have decided to continue the journey as Toastmasters. And welcome, Anshu, to the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. And with this, let me now hand over the stage to the person who's looking at me with very inquisitive eyes that how long is this man going to talk? Am I going to get my turn? Am I the TMOD of the day, or something has changed? Because he just can't stop blabbering. So let me now stop blabbering and hand over the stage to the very smiling Toastmaster of the day. I think no points for guessing who she is because she already renamed herself and she's smiling, grinning ear to ear. Not because she's the Toastmaster of the day, but also because the theme, right, which is Sankranti. So Sankranti as a theme, whichever part, I think this is one of the festivals which everyone can relate with, almost everyone, whichever part of the country are a part of. You either have a Bihu or a Pongal or a Sankranti or, some form or the other, you celebrated Lohri. So this is that time of the year when everyone is in a mood for festivities. As for me, Sankranti is nothing but having good food that is very difficult to make and nice to have. In Calcutta, we have things like Pati Shapta and Pithe Pulao, Paesh and all that. Most of you will not understand what I'm talking about, but all I can say is that these are absolutely malicious dishes, which is very difficult to make, so we don't get to eat them that often. But during this time of the year, we find a lot of people experimenting with that and trying to serve something out, which actually makes us nostalgic of the times that has been there as a part of Sankranti. More about the theme will come from the TMOD, but let me quickly tell you something about the TMOD. The TMOD for today, the Toastmaster of the day for today, is someone who I met in a virtual meeting first time, and post that we connected. And it was a zeal for contesting and improving herself as a contestant, which brought her to the Gabbys. And how far she has improved, I think that's for everyone to see from the time she has joined us and till today. Someone who has gone by leaps and bounds. Outside of Toastmasters, our Toastmaster of the day today is also a yoga practitioner, a fitness enthusiast, and a nutrition coach. So anyone who is struggling with a weight loss, weight gain problems, we have someone in-house. The services doesn't come free even for a mentor, which is me. But then definitely those services are useful. I see a lot of testimonials on the internet about how people are benefiting from our services. So do contact her if you're interested to lose or gain weight. But for today, let us continue our meeting with our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal. Over to you, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear esteemed guests. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, DTM Sourav Dutta. Wish you a happy Makar Sankranti. So Makar Sankranti, also known as Sankranti, Maghi, Lohri, Pongal, there are a lot of different names for just one festival, right? It is an ancient Hindu festival that marks the transition of the sun into the zodiac sign of Makara, that is Capricorn. This is the first festival of the year and it has agricultural significance. We celebrate this in mid-Jan, marking the end of winter and the beginning of longer days. In my hometown, Jharkhand, I know Antara is also from Jharkhand. Makar Sankranti is a harvest festival. We celebrate the abundance of crops like sugarcane, sesame seeds, grains, pulses, and many other crops. And we start our day by eating dahi chura, that is curd and rice flakes with sesame seeds, laddu, jaggery, and many different varieties of sweets which we prepare at home. So this festival has, as we all know, this festival is celebrated under different names across India. So I want to hear from our Toastmasters who are from different states, what it is called in your state and how do you celebrate. Raise your hand if anyone want to share. Anand, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Toastmaster Anand. I'm from the Madras Toastmasters Club, Tamil Nadu, Chennai. So in Tamil Nadu, we call it as a Pongal. So continuously, it's a 3 days festival. The first day, the festival is called as a Bogi. We burn all the unwanted things at home, right? So that was the first day. Second day is a Pongal. We'll celebrate the Pongal by wearing the food dresses, new dresses, and we eat the whatever you have discussed, right? The different dishes. Second thing is today is our Matu Pongal. So especially we show the gratitude to the cows. Cows, we call it as Kulamada. So show gratitude. We will decorate the cow in villages and worship the cow. Tomorrow it will be the Kanum Pongal. People visit various places like beach and some other places. They will enjoy with the family. So these are all the 4 days we celebrate.
Wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. So when I used to stay in South Vizag in Andhra Pradesh, I see that Telugu people, they used to celebrate this festival for 3 to 4 days. And I used to ask mom why we are celebrating only for 1 day. I'm getting only 1 new dress. But see, my friends are getting 4 new dresses for one festival. So she used to laugh and say, for us only 1 day we celebrate. But if you want, yes, definitely you can buy new dresses. Anyone else would like to share? Diana, do you celebrate Sankranti? I think he's saying happy Sankranti. Anyone else would like to share from different state? I see Rima. Yeah, Rima, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So this is Rima. I'm as a guest joining here to just get the vibe and eventually definitely would like to join the club. So I am from Gujarat, and Sankranti is called Uttarayan in our area, in our state, and we are crazy for kite flying for sure. So so we call it chikki. We make it out of jaggery and till and peanuts, and we celebrate being together with family on a rooftop and fly lots of kites and cut lots of kite. We call it kai poche. Of course, you guys would know it from Bollywood movies. And at night we usually lit lanterns, and it's a beautiful scene at night when you see so many lights flying in the sky. And it's a joyful time with family. So it is 2 days. One day is called Uttarayan and another day is called Vasi Uttarayan. That is the day after Uttarayan. And it goes on for 2 days. Yeah. That's all. Thanks. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rima, for sharing. So I'll come up with more interesting things which our ancestors used to follow on this festival. By the way, I see Samita Kar. She has raised her hand. Would you like to share, Samita?
Yeah, Sankranti, when I was young, yes, it was all about food. And in West Bengal, from where I belong, this is the day they have a dish where you take everything, all the vegetables that are fresh, which has the harvest has come in, and you don't chop them, you just wash them. And the whole vegetable without cutting, you put it together along with some moong dal and you cook it. And you have to have it whole. You cannot, even the roots are not cut. So that's called as gota sheddo. Gota means full and sheddo means boil. So it is a typical dish which is made on this Sankranti day, and we have it. And when I grew up, that is the time suddenly I realized that all these things have astronomical significance. When you were young, you only concentrate on food, what to eat. But later on in life, I started taking interest in what is it like winter solace and summer solace, how it is changing, and how our ancestors made it a point to remind us what to do.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing, Samita. Now let me call our G. He is the founder and trainer at Staxo Academy and co-founder and director in training, finance and taxation at Staxo Technology Services and Private Limited. Over to you, G. Shashank Bhat.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the wonderful introduction. As the general evaluator, it is my duty to observe each and everything during the meeting from the time the meeting starts. In fact, actually before the meeting starts till the time the meeting is adjourned, and to evaluate how the role takers spoke or how the role takers performed, the speakers spoke, the evaluators performed. All in all, give comments about the performance of all the members and role takers during the meeting, and also suggest few innovative points or suggest few points which would definitely help the club become better compared to what it is today. And in doing so, I have a team with me who is going to assist me called the tag team. The timer, our counter, and the grammarian. We also have a listener here amongst us today, so we can call it the TAGL team. The timer for today, Toastmaster Aparna Raja. One thing I missed about the timer this year is her active participation in the contests. Unfortunately, she could not take part because she was the district officer this term. I really missed her contesting this term. But again, a passionate speaker and an entrepreneur and a hippie at heart. Please welcome Toastmaster Aparna Raja to read out the guidelines as the timer for today.
Thank you very much, GE, Toastmaster Shashank. Time and tide waits for none. And this is a fact we reinforce in every single Toastmasters meeting, and I sit at the helm of it. How do I do that? Well, I time everyone who takes charge of the stage here today. The speakers, the evaluators, the table topic speakers as well. And by any chance, if a role taker goes above and beyond their time, I'm allowed to flash this red card. So how am I going to time everyone today? We start off with the speakers. The speakers are all, we have 3 speakers, they're all making 5 to 7 minute speeches. 5 minutes is the minimum time, at which time I shall flash the green card. At 6 minutes, I shall show the yellow card. And at the 7th minute, I will be showing the red card. Similarly, the evaluators have 2 to 3 minutes. So green at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. As for the table topic speaker, which I believe most of you will be taking part in, at 1 minute, which is a minimum time that you're expected to speak, I will be flashing the green card. At 1.5 minutes, the yellow, and at 2, the red card. Also, please note that every speaker, the speakers, the evaluators, they have 30 seconds grace time on either side of the limit. That is 4.5 minutes to 7.5 minutes for the speakers. For the evaluators, it is 1.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. However, for the table topic speakers, there is only a 30 seconds grace on the higher end. That is, you have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute to be eligible for the polling, the voting, and a maximum of 2.5 minutes is what you're allowed for. Stick within these timelines, you will be eligible for the voting, and who knows, you might be crowned the best speaker, evaluator, or table topic speaker for today. With that, back to you, G.
Thank you, timer, Toastmaster Aparna Raja. Moving on to the R counter, we have Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. She's a chartered accountant by profession, and we also share a similar point. Both of us are soft skills trainers. We're also concerned about building our own brands as well. She's also an image consultant. She has a lot of experience working in corporates as well as her own practice. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal as the R counter to read out her guidelines.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shashank. The purpose of the R counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. This report would focus on 5 major areas: filler words such as inappropriate interjections like well, but, so, you know, the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, however, repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, or this, etc., unintentional long or short pauses made by the speaker. I will present the rest of my report when called for by the General Evaluator during the General Evaluation session. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. As the grammarian for today, we have someone who is the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, and she's a data analyst, a certified image consultant, as well as a personal branding coach, a soft-spoken, down-to-earth, distinguished Toastmaster, Nancy Goel, to read out the grammarian's guidelines.
Good evening, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Before I proceed with my grammarian role objectives and the role, I would request the people in the room to stay quiet for a while, please. Thank you, to maintain silence. All right, as grammarian for today's meeting, I will be paying close attention to grammatical usage. When I say grammatical usage, I'll be also noting down pronunciation and incorrect usage. I will be making notes of some very good usages. I have already started doing the same. It's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day for today's meeting, and the word of the day is grandiose. Grandiose is a word that finds its origins from early 19th century. It started with Spanish word grand, moving from Spanish word grand to Spanish grandiose, and then from Spanish to Italian, Italian to French, and now we use this word in English. The meaning of this word is impressive and imposing in appearance or style, especially pretentiously so. The usage would be something like, the Gabbys is conducting a grandiose meeting today. Another meaning of the same word is conceived on a very grand or ambitious scale. We have grandiose plans to reform the world or to make amends to this meeting. We can use it any which ways. With this, I look forward to all of you using this word more often in the meeting, in your speeches, whether it's table topic speeches or prepared speeches. Anyone who's using this word of the day, please support the speaker by raising a thumbs up so that we know we are actively listening to this particular word when the speaker is speaking. With this, I'll come back towards end of this meeting when called upon by General Evaluator with my Grammarian's report. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Shashank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy. I'm sure we're going to have a grandiose meeting today. Would we? Yes. Moving on to the listener for today, we have Jaspreet Kaur. Again, just like our accountant, she is a soft skills coach who is result oriented. She also has a lot of experience as the senior English faculty in prestigious Delhi schools and Hindustan Times StudyMate learning centers. She has helped a lot of students understand the nuances of English as well as speaking skills. Please put your hands together to welcome Jaspreet Kaur to tell us about what a grammarian or what a listener would do in this meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Jaspreet.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shashank Bhat. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the listener of the day. I'll be listening very closely to everything said during the meeting and have already started making down notes and framing questions for what is going to come up. And then I'll ask short, grandiose questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting. So happy listening, everybody.
Okay. Thank you, listener, Jaspreet Kaur. With that, I'll again come back with my observations towards the end of the meeting when called upon. For now, it's back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal. Go to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now, let's move on to the meeting. We have three sections in this Toastmasters meeting. First is prepared section. Second is table topic section. And the third is evaluation section. So let's start with the prepared speeches. We have speaker one. Before that, evaluator one, Dhwani, Toastmasters Dhwani. Are you there?
Yes,
I'm
I'm
confirm
there.
your presence. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Let me call the speaker one. She is a senior quality analyst at one of the pharmaceuticals company, IQVIA. She loves traveling and cooking in her leisure time. She joined Toastmasters to elevate her public speaking and leadership skills. So she is attempting her speech in the path presentation mastery level 2, project 2, project name effective body language. Timer, please note, speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title, Where There is a Will, There is a Way. Bimpy Kumari. Bimpy Kumari, Where There is Will, There is a Way. Over to you.
Where there is a will, there is a way. So many of us heard about this proverb. So I am. I can resonate this proverb with one of my incidents of my life. After my graduation, I had two options. One, go for the master's, or another one, join some company. My mind and heart was not ready for further study since I already spent 4 years of my life for doing BTech. So I was having only one option, go somewhere, move to some city and join some company. Now the question was arising, which city I should move on? Which city might be, it could be, I have open cities like Bangalore or Delhi or Mumbai. So since in Bangalore, I had many friends already working there and also many seniors. So without having second thought, I plan to move to Bangalore. But somehow I need to convince my family as well. After some time, after being the discussion, subject of conversation in my family of this topic, ultimately my mother backed my decision and she convinced other family member and she supported my decision and asked for let her go outside by giving the example of neighborhood daughter. With all these thoughts I was having a lot of thoughts on my mind. And as well, same time, I was so excited as well to coming out of the comfort zone and join some company. But I was having a lot of thoughts, like if I'll go to the new city. It was my first time where I was stepping out of my home and joining and moving out to moving or going to some city. With this all excitement and thoughts in my mind, I slept at that night. I tried to sleep at that night, and suddenly I was experiencing a pain on backside of my spinal cord. I couldn't able to bear it. It was really painful for me. It was experienced like somebody is poking needle on my spinal cord, near my spinal cord of backside. So I hurried up and went to my parents and told about this health condition. They quickly got ready and then they took me to the hospital, nearby hospital. After going to the hospital, they have given me a painkiller for a temporary relief and also suggested for an X-ray. That night we spent over there itself and waited for my X-ray report. Then early morning, we came to know the X-ray report and doctor told there is a small tumor on my spinal cord, near my spinal cord backside of my body. And they suggested for quicker surgery. Without having any second thought, my parents took this decision and they asked for the date of surgery. Because anyways, I need to step out of my city. Thinking of that way, they thought like if she's going out of the city, it is very mandatory to go through this surgery. Then doctor has given the date of surgery. For date of surgery, they have finalized it. On that day, I was in hospital in some ward, whatever registered ward was there. I was there in that ward talking with my family. And meanwhile, I was not worried about anything about this surgery, how it will be, what all the sufferings I have to go through. I was constantly thinking of going out of my comfort zone and grabbing the opportunity waiting outside of the city. Then one nurse came, approached towards me with the stretchers, and she asked me to lay down since the timing for the surgery. Then, even that moment, I wasn't getting any thoughts of surgery, how it will be, what sufferings will be. Always constantly on my mind, I was thinking about stepping out of the comfort zone and getting some opportunity. Then I entered to that operation theater, and then I can see a big hall, which was in silver color, bit shiny. I could hear the sound of Caesar and other operation tools as well. And I saw a doctor. He's having a syringe on his on his hand, and the moment I thought of asking, he injected to my body, and I lost my all consciousness, and surgery began. As soon as possible, I regained my consciousness. Believe me, now my mind and heart was constantly thinking about these sufferings, forgot about moving out of the comfort zone and anything else. It pained a lot. I couldn't able to bear it. I couldn't able to move around by myself. I was not able to sit by myself, not able to walk. Then I was praying to the God, instead of putting me in this situation, you could have taken my life itself. And then slowly, gradually, I was again in the same thoughtful process where I wanted to go out of city and motivating myself how I can come out from the comfort zone and grab the opportunity. That motivation and enthusiasm keeps me motivating for speedy recovery. So, dear Toastmaster and esteemed guest, never ever dwell into the problems or challenges you faced. Always focus or concentrate on the ambitions you have. In my case, despite having this bad situation, I could have stepped back and ignored this and stepped back with my decision, and might be I could have not in this position where I am today. Then I moved to Bangalore, and within 2 months, I was able to secure my first job in IBM. This is all from my end. Where there is a will, there is a way. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Jyothi Mandal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari. Rightly said, your speech title, Where There's a Will, There's a Way, and it suits your complete speech. When we get out of our comfort zone, we see there are many, many opportunities. Thank you so much. Now, before I go to speaker 2, Toastmaster Dhwani is attempting her level 1 project 4, and she will be evaluated by GE. I missed to tell that. Now let me call speaker 2. Before that, evaluator 2, Samita Kar, can you confirm your presence?
Yes, I'm present.
Thank you. Speaker 2, he is a network engineer by profession, Toastmaster by passion. He loves to travel to new places and connect to new people. He's introvert, trying to be an ambivert. Just do it is his favorite quote. His Raja Balaji is attempting level 3, project 3 from the path Visionary Communication. And the project name is Connect with Storytelling. Timer, please note the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title is Emperor's Need. Emperor's Need, Raja Balaji.
Once upon a time, there lived an emperor. He was a wise man. He was a grandiose person. He was a very charismatic person. He upholds his principles of fairness and justice to bring equitability in his every subjects. He was a charismatic leader. Every people in his kingdom were inspired by him. He also very humble as well as courageous person. He will take a tough decision for a greater good. Though he was very great person, he started worrying about his people and his kingdom after his 70s. Who will be the next king after me? Though he had 2 sons, but he didn't rely on them because they were exact opposite of them. So he decided to pick a right person from his kingdom. He ordered his soldiers to bring all young people to his palace. Every young people gathered to his palace on the next day. The next day, the king said to his servants to distribute seed to all young people who were gathered in this palace. In this group, there was a kid called Leo, and his age was just 14 years old. Including this kid, everyone got the seeds. After distributing the seeds, the king announced, "You shall be given 3 months of time. Whoever grows this seed in a very big plant, they shall be announced as a king after me." Everyone in this group got surprised and they got excited to plant this seed. And all went to their home and they started planting this seed in their fertile land, in their pot, in their bucket, whatever way they know. This little kid started planting his seed in a small bucket. 2 weeks passed, 3 weeks passed. For this little kid, the seed doesn't change, the seed not even sprouted. Whereas his neighbors, whereas his other country, wherever he goes to see his friends, his colleagues, he started seeing their plants, his seeds growth. And all over the country, they were started talking about their growth of the seed. After listening to this results, after listening to this seeds result, this little kid started worrying about his seat and he felt very sad about himself. The day arrived, all people in his kingdom were going to king's palace to show their plant. But this little kid felt very sad and he hesitated to go to the palace. But his mom motivated him to go to the palace. Don't worry, Kana. Your king won't hurt you. The king will accept whatever result you sow. So he also went to the palace. After seeing the plants seed grown, the king got very happy. Suddenly he saw the little kid. He was hiding behind. He called that little kid. Why are you came with empty hand? What happened? Where is your seed? Like that he asked. The small little kid replied, "Sorry, my dear king, my seed didn't grow." After listening to this kid's answer, he went to his throne and sat on his throne. He said, "This little kid will be the next king for after me." Everyone in that group got surprised. Why this little kid will be the next king? The king replied, "This little kid will be the king because of his honesty and truth. The seeds, whatever I gave to you, were all boiled. How can you expect a seed to grow if I gave a boiled seed?" So you were lied, you were cheated, you just pleased, you were planted some other seeds to please me. You are not fit for this country. This little kid will be the next king after me. The king said like this. Friends, the moral of this story is I like to share two lessons from this story. The first lesson is honesty. Being honesty is very important and it's very tough quality. Most of the people will say lies to please others, but being honesty is very important. Its reward is very worth. The second thing is the seed what we sow, so shall we be reap. If we plant a positivity in our mind, we will live a positive life. How can we expect a mango tree by planting an apple seed? So it is impossible. So let's plant positivity in our life. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
What an amazing story, but with a beautiful moral, Toastmaster Balaji. Wonderful. Now let me call our speaker 3. Before that, Evaluator 3. So DTM Sourav Dutta, can you confirm your presence?
Yes, I'm there.
Thank you. Speaker 3, he is working as an analyst in a fintech company in Bangalore, looking for opportunities to speak and take roles and develop public speaking and leadership skills through Toastmasters. He is Pranav Pothan. He's attempting his level 3, project 3 from the path presentation mastery. Project name is Inspire Your Audience, and the speech title is The Right One, Pranav Pothan. Over to you.
2019, Corona time. Do you know how much frustrating it was for me? I was sitting at home doing nothing. And then one day I just checked my weight. Do you know how much it was? It was over 90 kilos. Before Corona, I was just 80 kilos. And just in a span of 3 to 4 months, I became 90 kilos. I did not know what to do. And then I was just sitting thinking what to do. And then my mom called and said, "Pranav, why don't you start running the next day?" So I just felt confident at that time. And then I decided the next day I will go for jogging. And the next day, do you know what happened? I took all my jogging pad and everything and I went to the ground. It was such a lovely warm morning, 7 o'clock a.m. Who wouldn't love to jog at that time? Even you or me or anybody else. But then the moment I started jogging, do you know what happened? I couldn't even jog for around 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, I was panting. and I just fell down. It was one of the most important failure I felt in my life. I just didn't know. When I saw everybody there jogging, I just fell down. And then I was feeling very bad. Then I went home. For a few days, I couldn't do anything. I was just sitting in my bed and just reading book and figuring out what to do. And then one day, God blessed me in the form of a Facebook page, a page where I saw a group of runners, a group called a running group. Maybe you can call a group X, runner X. Luckily, when I scrolled through the page, I just found the name of a person, Anand, and his phone number. I just thought, why not just give this a try? And then I just called him up. I had no hope that he would pick up the phone. I just called him. Mr. Anand, I would like to know more about your club. Would you mind revealing it to me? The person at the other end, he was very solemn and serious. He just nodded and said, okay, Pranav, why don't you come for running this weekend on the Sunday? We are actually conducting some event in the ground. The next Sunday, I just went to the ground. When I went to the ground, I just saw a group of people. And then they were just wearing all that running uniform and they were just jogging. I just went and then I actually picked up a person, Anand, from that, because I felt that among all the people, there was a person who was guiding them. And then I just went and talked to him. So he said, okay, Pranav, we are all jogging now. Why don't we are all having a warm-up. Why don't we have a warm-up and then we will start running. So I was just confused. But then seeing their spirit and that attachment in them, their group, the togetherness of that group, I also decided to join them. Then after jogging for maybe around 20 minutes, everybody started running. I was just feeling aghast because when I tried to run with them, I couldn't even run. They were running at they were very expert in running and they were running at very high speed. But I just could jog at a small pace. And then I was feeling very bad. But then Toastmasters, at that moment, I felt a hand which was placed on my back. When I turned back, do you know who that was? That was Anand. And I was very surprised because he was the leader of the group. He should be going and motivating them. But then he was actually running with me. He came to my pace, he came at my pace, and then he started jogging with me. The moment I talked to him, I realized I had found the right one, the right guide. Toastmasters, in your life, you must have come across a lot of people. You must have come across a lot of very difficult situations. But then you will find one person like this, the right mentor. And do you know why do I call him the right mentor? Let me share some important characteristics of a right guide or a right mentor. First characteristic is that he was a very listening person. He actually tried to understand me. Most of the mentors, the problem is that they never understand you. But Anand, he tried to understand me. He asked me exactly what my problem was. I told him, Anand, the problem is that the moment I start jogging or running, my legs start paining. Pranav, do you do any warm-up before running? That moment I realized that was the weakness in me, that every time I start jogging, I have to do a kind of warm-up. Secondly, the most important thing was, the moment I started jogging with him regularly, he started setting targets. He never asked me to go for a 10-kilometer run every time or every day. He just told me, Pranav, just start running maybe for 2 minutes every day. And then after you are comfortable, you can increase it to 5 kilometers and then maybe 10 kilometers. Believe me, within 2 or 3 months, I could actually run 10 kilometers. The third important characteristic was that he always encouraged me to participate in events. Because when you participate in events, you actually see the crowd there and then you get motivated. And because of his advice, I started participating in the marathon. There were times in the marathon I actually fell down in the middle of a 10-kilometer marathon, but Anand was always with me, and he used to always motivate me to get up. Toastmasters. What I learned from a person like Anand is that there are many difficult situations in life, and I am sure as Toastmasters, you must have encountered one of them. But remember, find that right person, the right one, who can guide you and take you to the right path. And I can assure you, you will reach your goal at the best possible time, and at the best possible place. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav. Rightly said, actually, in my life, I can say my mentor, like outside Toastmaster, I have a mentor who understands me. Even if I do any mistake, he doesn't scold me, but he makes me understand where it went wrong so that I do not repeat it in future. Thank you. So now we are done with the prepared speeches. Timer, is there any disqualification?
No, we do not have any disqualification. Everyone pretty much made it at the nick of time.
Thank you. Zoom moderator, would you like to launch the poll now or after the break?
I can do it now.
Sure.
Just give me a minute, please.
Sure. So by the time Zoom moderator launches the poll, I have some interesting facts about the topic Sankranti. So actually Hindus believe that bathing in sacred rivers on this day cleanses sin, and many actually take part in that religious religious rituals to honor the sun god Surya. Okay, I see the poll is launched. You can vote for the speaker, the best speaker. Thank you so much. Now we have 5 minutes of break. We'll be back by 8:32.
There is so much silence, it's deafening all of a sudden.
I was actually thinking to play a song and then I was just...
No, music, please. Some song.
I'm figuring that out. Just give me 1 minute.
Sudharma, I have to tell you this. Last Saturday, after Sharon's speech on that, those paranormal things and what you had to say, I spent a sleepless night. I actually spent a sleepless night because I was trying to read up these things and they were so spooky.
Sharon,
Sudharma?
Yeah. It is Sharon's speech,
Someone
not
play
my
some
speech.
music.
Sourav,
Where are you, by the
Sudharma,
way?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I am playing the music. Give me 1 minute. मैं figure out करती हूँ यहाँ पे.
We came out for a Toastmasters meeting, me,
Riz. Perfect. So with that, I'll be the TMOD from now on until the TMOD is back. With that, is everybody back from your little 5 minutes break? Then show me a raise of hand and please come on camera. We would love to see your lovely faces today. So we are talking about Makar Sankranti, like the theme is I am in Gujarat, and in Gujarat, I witnessed it for the very first time. Being a Gujarati, this was my very first time of flying a kite, and I had such an amazing time with my family. So, anybody over here, what was that one moment of this festival that, in be it Pongal or in different state, this festival is called, have certain different names. So what is that one thing that just gave you an ah moment in these 2 days of festival? Yes, Aparna, I see you.
So the very controversial Jallikattu happens today on Matu Pongal. Right? I live in Karnataka. I'm born, brought up here, but my roots are in Tamil Nadu. And whenever we visit, if we happen to visit during this time, we get to witness it because the Alanganallur Jallikattu, which is the most famous, is very close to my native place. And it happens. And you can actually see cows. The barricades are built and the cows would actually run through the general streets. And it's a wondrous moment. The grandiose of it is quite unimaginable because these cows are painted, okay? They're painted in pink, green, and all of that, their horns. And on them, with the coconut shell, they make these circles with paint. They're dressed up, they're decked up like brides and grooms. They look lovely. And the whole aura of it is quite unparalleled, something I think most people would miss out unless they watch it in person. So that was like an aha moment for me. Like Jallikattu is like, wow.
Wow, that's super amazing. I think people who are in Karnataka may want to witness this at some point or another. With that, anybody else wants to share your moment?
I'll go next. I just
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So my name is Manier again. Yeah. So I just joined as a guest today. So I'm a guy. Usually I travel a lot back to back. And then this holiday, you got a time like all the weekends came together. I was able to travel. There are three places I didn't cover in India. One is Leh, and then another one is Kashmir, and then also the Assam. By bike, I'm talking about. Somehow I missed out to go to Hampi. So, like, so lucky that we got like 3-4 days holiday. Then I was able to go to Hampi, very first time, and then I like those places because I've been in other places where you'll be able to experience those historical things. But in Hampi, it's quite very close. And also heard that there is a hippie lifestyle, which I'm trying to figure out there. Because the 3 days, actually, the reason is you are able to have a good food and then have a good vibe out there. And then I'm able to stay in some co-living places. So it's completely new experience compared to any other place I visited earlier. Yeah, that's it from it.
That's amazing. And Hampi is one place that even I have in my mind to visit. And yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely going to do that. So thank you so much for sharing your aha moment and experience. With that, let's just move on to our next segment of the meeting, which is the table topics segment, where we have a table topics master who's going to give out the topics to you. And yes, and then you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. With that, let me give the baton to our table topic master, Toastmaster Priyamvada. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhwani. So I welcome you all to the most awaited session of Toastmasters meeting, that is the table topic session. In table topic session, you are given the opportunity for impromptu speech. That is, you have to think on your feet and describe what you are thinking in a comprehensible way. So why do we have this table topic session in Toastmasters meeting? Table topics help you in interviews. They can help you in group discussions, or when your boss asks for your opinion, to think on your feet and quickly answer. Now, without taking much of your time, I would like to recall what our timer told you about the timings. So the timings of table topic sessions would be: you have to speak for at least 1 minute to 1 minute, and you will be given time from 1 minute till 2 minutes 30 seconds, and 30 seconds will be given on the higher side. So if anybody needs some time to think, they can take those 30 seconds and speak. A timer will show green card at 1 minute, yellow card will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card will be shown at 2 minutes. If you go above 2 minute 30 seconds, you will be disqualified. So, and in this session, speakers, Toastmasters, and guests all can take part. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So, I can see Diana raising her hand, and she's so excited too. So, let me give her a topic. Diana, your topic is
Priyamvada, you can place the topic in the chat box for
Yeah,
Diana.
I will. Okay, so Diana's topic is the life of party is tasty food. The life of party is tasty food. Now, Diana, you can write it down. I will paste it in the chat box. Okay, guys. So till Diana is working through her table topic, can I have another volunteer? Come on. Okay, Toastmaster Antara. Yeah, so your table topic is, just give me a moment. Okay. Mother Nature has the best box of crayons. Mother Nature has the best box of crayons, Toastmaster Antara.
So do I need to speak, or Diana would be the one who should be speaking first?
No, you can speak.
Okay. So Priyamvada, could you please repeat the topic
Yeah,
once more?
Mother Nature has the best box of crayons.
All right. Okay. So if I think about the topic, Mother's Nature is the best box of crayons. So you can imagine, I mean, whatever color is found today, whatever color is found, we see around ourselves, are actually, they are all are the originality of that comes from the nature, be it trees, be it the nature which is green, be it the sun, which is actually a white light technically, but it is a combination of Vibgyor, 7 colors. So in the similar way, I mean, whatever we see around in the nature around us, it's birds, animals, environment, sky, ground, water, whatever it is. I think we can see all the spectrum of colors across. Apart from that, okay. As we have also studied during our science in our science, so Vibgyor. So generally, when we combine more than 2 colors or 3 colors, we also get a lot of shades, different shades. But the originality of those colors comes from the white light. That comes from the white light only. And I would say Vibgyor, which is the very fundamental colors, which consist of all the, different shades of different colors. Yeah, I think that's what I think of. And yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Wow, very well done, Toastmaster Antara. Blue is my favorite color in the box of crayons of Mother Nature. Okay, so let's moving on to our next target. Who will be the next table topic speaker? Please volunteer.
I can go next.
Yes. So Manikandan, your topic is, it's the little movements that make life big. It's the little movements that make life big.
Okay. Should I wait for
No,
Dina
you
to go,
can
or should I
start. You can start speaking.
Yeah. So, 2 years back, in the same time, same 15th of January, I had a major things happened in my life. That came as a reality now. I'm just going back and tell you what happened other day. So I was with a very close family in 2020, and then my parents didn't allow me to travel outside. Uh, I just got up as a kid that I need to stay back at home all the time. I don't get an opportunity to travel
Toastmaster
outside.
Manikandan, your
So
voice is not clear.
I'm audible now, better. Am I audible?
No, you are audible, but it's not clear.
Okay.
Maybe you can check the issue with your audio and no.
Yeah. I'll do one thing. I'll just rejoin the meeting again.
Okay.
Maybe meanwhile I can just focus.
Okay, till then we can go for someone else. Or I should pick myself. Okay. Toastmaster Samita.
Yes.
Let me give you a topic. Okay. So your topic is learn from a kite, fly high but stay grounded.
The day was bright and shiny. I went out with my brother. We wanted to fly a kite. The first encounter that we had was the kite did not fly. We were very disappointed. But being a child, the first thing that we learn is we keep on trying. We are not stopped by any hurdle that comes our way. So we attached a tail, adjusted the strings, and we tried again and again. Finally, we could make the kite fly. As soon as the kite was airborne, we were happy. But somewhere down, a little niggling thought was there in our mind. The kite can go higher. What is preventing it? Was it the string that we were holding in our hands? Why not cut off the string and let the kite really fly with the wind? That is the suggestion I gave to my brother. Let us cut the string and let the kite fly away. It will go much higher. My brother didn't agree with me, and we had a nice fight over it. I was very sure if I cut that string, it is going to fly higher. My brother looked at me and said, "You fool, if we cut the string, it will not have anyone to hold it back." That is what we need in life. We need to have our ambition. We need to go up, but at the same time, stay grounded. From the place that we have come, with the family members that we have, with the environment that we have been brought up with the value system that we have. If these groundings are not there, then we will become a kite whose string has been cut with nowhere to go. It will just float aimlessly. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Table Topic Master of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smita. So much we can learn from just one instance of flying a kite. That so nice of you to share with us this amazing story. So let's see if Toastmaster Manikandan is here. Toastmaster Manikandan? Toastmaster Manikandan, can you hear me? Okay, maybe I think some issue is there. Okay.
Priyamvada Sourav wants to speak. Could you please call him?
Okay, Toastmaster Sourav.
Yeah, hi.
My
Okay,
audio,
yeah. Okay, so let me give you a topic.
I think Manikandan is back. He was trying to speak, but we still can't hear him. Okay, I'll take this. The next one you can give it to Mani if he's back.
Okay. Toastmaster Sourav, your topic is God is willing to help you with the rain if only you can sow your crops. God is willing to help you with the rain if only you can sow your crops.
I don't think this is a statement that any of the 23 people that I see in the meeting today would disagree with. What are we doing here? What are each of us doing here? Are we expecting something to be harvested out of this meeting? Are we expecting to take some cash back? Are we expecting a medal or a gold or trophy or a flat or any material wealth out of this meeting? Anything tangible that we can boast of? No. Yet we are here sowing the seeds on a Tuesday evening. Some of you are coming back from work. Some of you are still at work. For some of you, we are in the middle of work. For some of you, your household chores will start right after this. And yet you are busy in the field, toiling, soiling, and grilling, trying to make the best version of yourself. And then one day, you will see the rain coming upon you. You will see that all the seeds that you have sown are suddenly bearing fruit. When you get an opportunity to go up on stage, and that's the rain that God will shower upon you, you will find that you can harvest those applaud, those smiles, and those moments where you touch people's hearts. Wherever they are, whoever they are, you will make an impression. Whenever I hear a statement like this, when we say that if we sow, only then the rain will shower on us, I'm reminded of Toastmasters. This is perhaps one of the best examples of sweating in peace so that we bleed less in war, of making the most of the opportunities you have to become a better version of yourself, so that when you actually get the opportunity to go and showcase, you can do justice. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sourav. Such a powerful speech. I got goosebumps. Okay. So, Toastmaster Manikandan, are you back?
Yes.
Yes. So you are
Am I
loud and
audible?
yeah, you are loud and clear. Let me. You would like to go with the
Thank you.
same topic, or I should give you another one?
Sorry, during the network thing, I just lost the topic.
Okay.
Can
So
help
just
with the new topic.
okay. Okay. So your topic is happiness is finding money in your old jeans. Happiness is finding money in your old jeans.
Yeah. So I'm kind of old. I'm already reaching more than 30 plus. So when I'm talking about my young age, most of you, by the time really kids by the time, maybe child in other words. So when I was doing my school days, there is no jeans by the time. My dad, right? So he used to wear a formal like the safari. He's a government employee, by the way. That's why I got inspired from him to get into an administrative world. So, however, story aside, going back to my father. So, whenever I go to school, there are a couple of kids around us, and then they will be able to offer or get something for themselves and also for others. Whereas for me, it's kind of I brought up in a way like very strict and straightforward because my dad was a professor and also a dean for a university. It's kind of very straightforward for him. You can't get your own things or you need to earn things. That's a mental model. So that's why I need to go back and then check for things. I need to steal something from my father just to the my mindset will be there by the time that during the friends you need to go and show off with other people that okay, I'm getting this money, I'm going to spend money for others, so that you'll be like at least class of things, right? With others. So I find happiness instead of getting money from the jeans. I took that money from my dad's pocket. It's especially in safari. So by the time cotton is very famous, so there is no word called jeans for me. So I found happiness in that to show off things within my friend circle and then able to do things around it. But I don't think that's a good behavior. But I got it later when I just got old, and then I understood that how it is important, how to when someone is being strict to you or very straightforward, just show them that you are going the right direction. So you need to bond to those inputs. That's a mental model every people should have across the age. What do you think?
Thank you, Toastmaster Manikandan. Well, we can find happiness in little things and everywhere. I remember I used to steal coins from my dad's pocket as well and then give them to other kids. So now I'll read what Diana has written and then we will end the session. Let me just read out.
Toastmaster Priyamvada, it will be read by Presiding.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Priyamvada can read that this one. Just spotlight Dina.
Let me read it. Thank for Toastmaster Madam, grandiose. I think fact of lot of practice. Pick out this Toastmaster grandiose. When I enjoying up in 2000 to 2004, the meeting groups grandiose. I feel like to speaking use a chat box to questions grandiose. If my improve stronger insight, I know that how to speecher from the Zoom meeting grandiose. Someday I would like to be secretary this club with my disability grandiose that assesses better on the computer with improved powerful that my life is love song by Tom Cruise from the movie that grandiose that romance time grandiose with party tasty the good meal grandiose every years with the tasty foods on the table grandiose. Thank Toastmasters, table topic masters. Very well done, Diana. Okay, so from flying kites, from flying high lessons from kites to stealing money from dad's pockets, we are at the end of our table topic session. I congratulate all the speakers for their wonderful inputs. Now handing over to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster.
Yeah, you can hand it over to me, Dhwani. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Priyamvada for such an amazing table topics segment. With that, without any further ado, let me hand over the baton to our general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhwani. So let me start off with the general evaluation section now. Let me start off with the Surgeon-at-Arms address, who started the meeting exactly at 7:30. The proper roll calls were done, made sure all the roll takers were present and backups were put in place, and the meeting started exactly at 7:30, which is a great practice. She read out the rules, 3 rules, what to do, what not to do. But the only suggestion I have for the Surgeon-at-Arms for today, that is Toastmaster Sudharma Perera, is Toastmaster or distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta is the president, and he'll mostly be addressing the term for 26 weeks. I would like to hear 26 new things about distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. I know we have our own scripts ready. I know he's a double he has finished his 9-10 parts. I know he's a double DTM. We all know that. Something interesting. I would just give a heads up. When I was the backup Surgeon-at-Arms of my club, I never asked the president about what he is or what he wants me to introduce. I would ask the president's close friends. For example, we have DTM Nancy here, we have DTM Nagesh here, we have Toastmaster Dhwani here or Aparna here. just talk to them, ask about Nagesh, something to link with the theme or something different about them so that we all know more about our beloved president. So that is one recommendation for not only Sudharma, but any surgeon at arms who takes up the role, so that addressing the president, introducing the president is one of the biggest roles of the surgeon at arms. So I think it's a suggestion from my end, which you can definitely consider. And I'm sure by the end of the term, you would know more about DTM Sourav than himself. Moving on to distinguished Toastmaster Sourav as the president for this meeting, the presiding officer. Again, he introduced the guests. He spoke to all the guests who came on stage. Even I think a guest joined in late. He asked for his opinion as well. So, introduction of the guests, spot on. Next, he called the meeting to order. Then spoke about the Toastmasters clubs, the Gabbys family, the three clubs of the Gabbys, and then he introduced the Toastmaster of the day. All spot on, no complaints there. But the only recommendation I would have, probably DTM Sourav, is it's better we call the meeting to order first as the PO, then probably interact with the guests. And because when the meeting is put in place, I think we can officially start the meeting and probably talk to the guests and everything else. I loved your tidbits. After each and every guest spoke, you added your own valuable point, which would probably welcome the guests even more or probably make them comfortable as well. But the only issue I had with your address today, I know it's a challenge because you were part of another meeting and you're managing both parallelly, but it looked a little forced and rushed. The reason being your speech rate, like mine, how it is, which is a problem with me as well, was a little too fast. And when you're fast, it feels like somehow you want to get rid of that fast. I know that was not the intention, but it somehow appears that when we speak fast, we want to get rid of that quickly or we need to finish it off that quickly. So probably a little slower, maybe slow paced. I know you took more time. I think you spoke about TMOD, not we're probably waiting to hand over the stage back to her. But having said that, probably a little slower and more clear, maybe probably that would have added probably icing on the cake. That was our president. So can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Sudharma, as they say, and the president of the club, DTM Sourav. A round of applause for them, please. Next, I'll come back to the Toastmaster of the day a little later. Let me move on to our evaluators. So the evaluator for the first speaker was Toastmaster Dhwani. So over to Dhwani for the evaluation.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. And to my target speaker, Toastmaster Bimpy. I must say that what a speech. Like, I loved the purpose of you giving the speech and telling us that let's be proactive rather than being reactive in situations. A great message delivered over here. I liked how you started using your hand gestures time to time so that you could create the connectivity with the audience, keeping in mind the purpose of your project, which is body language. I also liked for the fact that you showed that excitement in your voice when you were demonstrating that emotion of excitement through your hand gesture. When you said this statement, and I was really excited. Demonstrating that gesture really helps us to also imagine and also be with you in your speech. A great job done on that as well. I liked the fact that you gave out a very personal story and also trying to motivate us through your story that I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, hence I got the surgery done. This is the motive that I am also going to keep with me to get something done. Coming to the part where you can elevate your speech is that, number one, I felt that you could use vivid description in your speech. For example, when you were saying a lot of thoughts in my mind, you can say it in this manner. A lot of thoughts in my mind. For another example, like syringe was in his hand. So you can say that, and the doctor removed that one weapon, and that weapon was the syringe. So once you use this vivid description, what happens is people start to imagine with you, and our audience is with you. The second thing is you're giving a speech on with the purpose of having body language. So how about you try to remove your background, because at times what happens, our hand gestures get sublime. Now, because of that, certain things are not seen and it becomes difficult that what are you trying to convey through your body language. To challenge you, I would like to say that use the stage to your advantage. You had a lot of instances in your speech where you could have used the space and you could have spoken. So try to use the space. Overall, to sum it up, good hand gesture usage, had a personal story, had a message to work on, vivid description, use vivid description, remove the background, and challenge is use stage to your advantage. All the best. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhwani, for wonderful evaluation. Again, this is Dhwani's evaluation project as well. So I will be evaluating Dhwani's evaluation of speaker one, which was Bimpy Kumari. Dhwani, it was again a wonderful evaluation as well. The structure was great. You spoke about the speech, what was good and probably what could have been improved. You not only told us how to improve it, but you demonstrated as well with the example you gave and how actually should actually demonstrate it. You also focused on the project guidelines, because this being a project on body language, what we felt missing from the speaker was her actual body language because of the Zoom background. It was blurred. We could hardly see her face. Her ears were cropped. Her hairs were cropped. And when she had hand gestures, we could not make out what exactly she was trying to convey as well. That was a valid point on removing the Zoom background so that we could at least concentrate on the body language bit of it. The demonstrations, the recommendations were demonstrated rightfully. What I would also wanted you to probably add in your evaluation, even though it was not in the project guidelines, because as you rightly mentioned, the project guidelines were on body language. You restricted to it. Very well done. Probably you could have also added some bit on voice modulation as well, because there were cases when she directly told what she said. For example, something to do with her tumor on the spinal cord, or when she said she couldn't move, she couldn't walk, she couldn't see, I pray to God, take my life away. You could have added voice to the body language by saying, for example, I could not move, or I could not walk, I could not sit. Please, God, take me away. So when you combine voice modulation with the body language, probably it'll add icing on the cake. So that is, you could have probably that is what you could have considered in your evaluation as well. But a great job done on evaluation. So can you have a round of applause for speaker one, Bimpy, as well as the evaluator, Dhwani? Over to the next speaker, who was Toastmaster Raja Balaji, who was evaluated by Toastmaster Samita. Can we have Samita on stage evaluating Toastmaster Raja Balaji?
Yes. My target speaker, Raja Balaji, what a grandiose story you told us. You have definitely fulfilled your project purpose. From the starting, I was hooked to your story. What is coming next? That interest was there till the end. What I found in your story, which was really amazing, was your messages. Both your messages were very, very powerful. Honesty and what we sow, so shall we reap. Both the messages came across in your story. Your story was simple and it was absorbing. You used your hand gesture in certain places, which was appropriate. What I would like to see more in your story is that the certain simple changes you can make to elevate your story to the next level, your speech to the next level. First, since it is a virtual stage, it will be good if you stand up and speak where we can see your hand gestures. That makes your speech more relatable. Second recommendation I will have for you is that when you are narrating a story, if you can use your voice, like when you said, who
Who will be the next king? Who will be the next king? You can show your hand, you can use your voice. Or you can say, the little child said, the seed did not grow. The sadness in the voice comes out with your way that you use your vocal variety. The summing it up will be that you had a great story, you narrated it well, your message was very good. What you can do better is that you can have a Zoom background removed, you can stand and speak, you can use your vocal variety along with your body language. Another thing that is a challenge for you, that is the title, you can make something which will be where we start guessing on what the story is about. Like you could have used the Emperor's Test. So we will be eager to know what the test is all about. That will keep us hooked to your story. Thank you. I'll be definitely wanting to listen to you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. I think one thing I share with Toastmaster Samita as well is we're in the same field, the academia. She was a principal, and I'm sure I'll be a principal somewhere soon. And again, we are in the same field as well. We're both trainers now. So great job, Toastmaster Samita, in your evaluation. You again spoke about the projects, but without specifically talking on that in the beginning. But what I would advise is you can at least start the evaluation by talking about the project guidelines. Because when the speaker was introduced, his project guidelines would have been mentioned, but during evaluation, we may not remember it. So it's better if you start an evaluation by talking about the project guidelines and what was required of this project, then start the evaluation so that we could relate to the evaluation very well. Having said that, without mentioning that, you focused on all the key elements of required in this project, which is connect with storytelling, which is voice modulation as well as standing and speaking with proper body language. So all the points covered there. I think you spoke, I think I made 2-3 points. You spoke on all the points there. So nothing more to add from my end. So great round of applause for Toastmaster Raja and Toastmaster Samita for wonderful speech and evaluation. Moving on to the third speaker, who's Toastmaster Pranav. Again, I may take this opportunity and say Toastmaster Sourav Dutta will be evaluating, who is the winner of 2 DTM awards, completed 9 parts. He is the President Distinguished Division Director and etc. But I hope that I would have heard something extra so that I would have added that also in my speech. But a great friend, above all, a great mentor to many of the Toastmasters in this fraternity. Over to Toastmaster Sourav for his evaluation of the third speaker.
What do you need to inspire an audience? When you're giving a speech where your intention, your objective is to inspire an audience, what do you need? There are 3 steps to it. The first is the need. What is the need of doing something? Why should I do that? Why should I even care? Second is the drive. What drove me to do it? The actual act of it. And finally, the incentive, the rewards, whatever you may want to call it. I think your speech today, Pranav, from the very beginning, when you started off with this 90 kilo story, till the very end, where you managed to get something out of that race, was a classic inspirational speech. In fact, I think it should clearly go into some of the inspirational speech tutorials in terms of how to construct an inspirational speech the textbook way. It was that methodical, your entire speech structure. So in terms of the project objective, bang on. Now, how can you make this inspirational speech even more awe-inspiring? The first is, any kind of inspirational speech is not only about content, it is also about the delivery. It's not only about what you say, it's also about how you say. That's why we say that the tone is the message. So when you say, I got inspired, she did this to me, he did this to me, I was able to do it, thank you so much. That's how it should sound. Not, I got inspired, this happened with me, I was about to do this because of this person. that person was able to take me forward. You understand the difference, right? That excitement about finding someone who was able to uplift you, help you rise and shine, that excitement was missing in your voice. I believed every word I heard from you today because I know you and I know you as a very honest and a sincere person. But for someone like, say, Antara, who doesn't know you, why will she believe anything that you are saying today? You can bring in that credibility through that vocal variety, through that expression, the micro expression. So try to bring it next time, my friend. The second is a little technical. When you talked about mentorship, you said these are the qualities of a mentor. With all humility, I would beg to disagree, because that is what you consider to be the suitable characteristics that a mentor should have, which works for you. Now, for example, you said that a mentor should be encouraging. But I have seen mentor-mentee relationship work beautifully where the mentor is not encouraging, but more challenging. Where the mentor says, you cannot probably do this. Maybe you can give it a try. And that works because that kind of mentee finds that more suitable. So instead of placing that as the 3 principles of good mentoring, I think a better way would have been the 3 benefits or the 3 positives of mentoring experience that you had. So these are my 2 recommendations for you: a more subjective and a personal definition of mentoring, and a little bit more expression and micro expression. And this is going to be one rock solid speech. Thank you. Back to you, Chi.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. I just mentioned during his introduction that he is a great mentor, and he showed why. Because a good mentor will not just sugarcoat and tell us everything was fine, all the best. Talk about the negatives, make sure we learn from the mistakes and move forward, which is what distinguished Toastmaster Sourav did as well. Great evaluation, not only focusing on the positives, but telling us how to improve and what went wrong and how we could improve as well. A great round of applause for both Speaker 3 Pranav as well as DTM Sourav. Toastmaster Pranav, I only have one suggestion. When you are attempting this project, such as inspire your audience, when you end or when you conclude the speech, we should say, wow. That should be your point. But the moment you say thank you and over to you, it dilutes your inspiration bit. So I would advise you to just end on a bang, end on a high, so that we say, wow, that was a great speech. But once you say thank you, I think it gets diluted. So keep that point in mind the next time. So with that, I think let us quickly move on to the tag team. Then I'll come back to the main role takers. So let us start with the Grammarian first. We have distinguished Toastmaster Nancy talking us about or taking us through her Grammarian's report. Over to you, DTM Nancy.
Thank you so much, our channel evaluator, Toastmaster Shashank Bhat. I don't have any presentation to share with me because I'm using the regular textbook way, the pen and paper for today's Grammarian report. I'll start off with the word of the day usage. The word of the day was grandiose, and it was used 4 times during the meeting. Once by Shashank, once by Raja Balaji, once by Samita, and Diana has used the same in her speech multiple times. So these 4 Toastmasters have used the word of the day. I would recommend everyone to imbibe, to understand the meaning of this word and make this a part of your vocabulary going forward. Coming to the good usages, I would say it was a grandiose meeting in terms of good usages that we had today. Starting with grinning from ear to ear. It was used by DTM Sourav. Absolutely delicious dishes. That was an alliteration that was used by DTM Sourav. By leaps and bounds, and a phrase used by DTM Sourav. Where there is a will, there is a way. That was a speech title, but it's a proverb used by both Toastmaster Jyothi and Toastmaster Bimpy. Seek what we sow, so shall we reap. Proverb that was used by Toastmaster Raja Balaji during his speech. We had a plethora of usage of hyperphora by Toastmaster Pranav during his speech. Hyperphora it's a rhetorical device when you mention the question and then you answer the question on your own. For example, do you know how much it was? It was 90 kilos. Do you know how frustrating it was? I was absolutely frustrated. Do you know what happened? Let me tell you what happened. Do you know what that was? Who that was? That was Anand. So every time he posed a question to the audience, he answered the question himself. That was a hyperphora. Then he used anaphora multiple times, saying the right person, the right one, the right mentor, the best possible time and the best possible place. These are few usages by Toastmaster Pranav. Then we had a phrase used by Toastmaster Aparna, in the nick of time. Next one was by Antara. It was an anaphora. She used it in a way, beat the nature, beat the sun. Next, we had multiple usages of rule of three and anaphoras by DTM Sourav in his table topic speech. Are we here? Are we here to do this? Are we here to do that? Are we here to do public speaking? Then he answered all of this by using another anaphora and rule of three. We are here to do this. We are here to do that. We are here to do this. He used rule of three once again, toiling, soiling, and drilling. Rule of three is when you are successively using three words to explain something in detail. Next is, you will see this, you will see that, anaphora, those applaud, those smiles, those showers. Anaphora, okay, when I say anaphora means successive beginnings. My bad, I didn't explain what an anaphora is. It's another rhetorical device, which means you have same words in successive beginnings. So those applaud, those smiles, those showers, which means those has been used multiple times and it's successive beginning. It's an anaphora. Since it's used three times with three different words, it's rule of three as well. Next is a beautiful usage that I absolutely loved, sweating in peace so that we don't bleed in the war. That was used by DTM Sourav, this phrase. Next, our table topic master, Toastmaster Priyamvada, I would like to applaud for you. All your table topics were extremely interesting. I loved the table topic statements that you had. For example, happiness is finding money in your old jeans. Next, we had a usage of anaphora by Toastmaster Manikandan. How to win, how to do this. Again, successive beginning. Let me start off. That was used by Toastmaster Shashank during his GE address. Again, anaphora. A couple of other anaphoras, I can go on and on. But one exclusive usage was of oxymoron. Oxymoron is another rhetorical device as well as a literary device. A little too much. A little and too much put together, they both are contrast in their meanings. So a little too much is an oxymoron. Creating the connectivity is an alliteration when you have successive words starting with the same sound, same or similar sound. Connecting, creating and connectivity are starting with the same sound. So it's alliteration used by Toastmaster Dhwani during her evaluation speech. Next, she had a usage of anaphora. Toastmaster Samita had a usage of anaphora. You can show your hands, you can show your voice. A great friend, a great mentor, anaphora used by Toastmaster Shashank. Why should I do that? Why should I care? DTM Sourav and multiple other usage of anaphora by him. But what I absolutely loved in his evaluations speech was a couple of beautiful usages like the textbook way, the 90 kg story, rise and shine, honest and sincere, one rock solid speech. One good usage by Toastmaster Shashank, sugarcoat and tell us. Now let me come to the pronunciation, the wrong pronunciations during the meeting. It's not Toastmasters, it's Toastmasters. The pronunciation for the word, for the syllable sir was repeatedly used as sure by multiple members. Please ensure that you are practicing maybe tongue twisters at home so that this sir and sure syllable can be pronounced correctly. Next one is, that's my hurt. It's not hurt, it's heart. It's not there, it's there. It's not person, it's person. It's not hesitant, it's hesitated. Then it's not moments, it's moments. Lastly, it's not ran, it's rain. Couple of incorrect usages. Well, a lot of incorrect usages. Another grandiose part of our grammarian's report. Different variety of sweets. Variety in itself is different. So you just simply say variety of sweets. Celebrate the Pongal. We had a lot of usage of definite article here. When it's a proper noun, you don't need to use definite article here. Definite article is used with the proper noun only when there is some prepositional phrase like the United States of America. You don't say the America. Similarly, it was used as out of the comfort zone. It's not out of the comfort zone. It's out of comfort zone. It's not the stretcher. Rather, it's not proper noun. So we will be using a stretcher. A Bangalore, a Mumbai, or a Delhi. No, it's again proper noun. You simply say Bangalore, Mumbai, or Delhi. Another wrong usage. Which city should I move on? Which city should I move to? We had a rampant usage of very at multiple places. Very big plant, we can call it a tall plant. Very great can simply be called as great. Very expert, again, very is not required, it's an expert. Another one is why are you came? Why are you coming? It's a present continuous tense that we need to use here. The king said like this. We can simply say the king said this because the king has already made the statement. A lot of very difficult situations, a lot of difficult situations. A lot of is already mentioning a number of situations. They never understand me in this particular statement. It should have been used like this. They never understood me. Secondly, the most important, it doesn't go like this. You simply say the second important thing. Let's move on. Let's cut the kites. Let's cut the strings of the kites, or we cut the strings of the kites. You don't cut the kites. What are each of us doing here? What are each of us? Each is representing single count. So it should be used with a singular verb. What is each of us? A little too fast, though I mentioned it's an oxymoron that we used in the meeting. A better usage would be slightly fast. A very personal, again, very is not required. A personal story, personal is personal, not very or less personal. In several places, incorrect usage of preposition here, it should be at several places. Well, that's about the incorrect usages. I hope this will help all of us in improving our grammatical errors for our upcoming speeches. With this, I hand it over to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shashank Bhat.
Thank you, DTM Nancy, for such an exhaustive grammarian's report. It was like an education session in itself on basic usage of English and grammar. But well done, because as I mentioned some time back, we have to know where the mistakes are for us to improve. And I know it was a little too detailed. Again, oxymoron there, but still, at the end of the day, as long as we are learning, it's fine. Moving on to the next role taker, we had the R counter. I'll ask the R counter Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal to present her R counter's report.
I do not have the screen sharing rights yet.
I've given Gauri.
No, I can't share.
I just made you the code.
You have it.
I have it now. Okay, so the total count today is 156, and we can definitely work towards reducing this number. A lot of Rs, around 79 Rs in today's meeting. The maximum by Jyothi, TMOD Jyothi Mandal. In inappropriate interjections, there were 11 so's, and I just have a suggestion. So's could be replaced with accordingly, subsequently, hence, thus, therefore, ergo. So we can substitute words for so. The total R count, the highest was for Toastmaster Raja Balaji and TMOD Jyothi Mandal. I will also be posting this in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri. Again, it was a detailed report. I remember a suggestion which DTM Sourav had given us when we had called him as a general evaluator at our club. Any crutch word, I mean, if it's used for more than 5 times, instead of pointing and blaming, better to say it was more than 5 and point out where exactly they have to focus on. Because the moment we say 22, 25, the speakers make it demotivated. I agree the point of our counter is to make them uncomfortable and probably point out the mistakes, but probably can consider that as well. If there are more than 5 counts, we can say more than 5 so that the speaker knows that it is more than 5. Thank you for the wonderful report. I'll move on to the timer now. Over to Toastmaster Aparna Raja.
Thank you, Shashank. Yes, the time and tide did not wait for any, and it didn't have to because everyone ran with it. No disqualifications today, on time. Our speakers and evaluators cut it close. Starting with speaker 1, Toastmaster Bimpy, she was at 7 minutes 23 seconds. Speaker 2, Toastmaster Raja Balaji, was safe at 5 minutes 46 seconds. And Toastmaster Pranav timed it really well because he was at 6 minutes 59 seconds. Our evaluators kept us guessing because they were all so close to the red card. Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Dhwani, 3 minutes, 13 seconds. Evaluator 2, Toastmaster Samita, 3 minutes, 9 seconds. You were as cool as a cucumber. Toastmaster, or rather DTM, Sourav, you give me a heart attack every time you go there because you were at 3 minutes, 25 seconds, cutting it close, like I say. Now, the evaluator of Evaluator 1, Toastmaster Dhwani, was at, Toastmaster Shashank, who evaluated Toastmaster Dhwani, was at 1 minute, 49 seconds. Moving on to our table topic speakers. All the speakers today were well within time, despite them being first-time speakers. Table topic speaker 1, Toastmaster, or rather guest Antara, was at 1 minute, 55 seconds. Guest Manikandan on his second innings was at 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Toastmaster Samita was at 2 minutes, 13 seconds. DTM Sourav, 2 minutes, 9 seconds. And Toastmaster Diana, you breezed through the best. Thank you. With that, my report has come to an end, and back to you, Toastmaster Shashank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aparna. I like the fact that you stressed on the grace period before and pre and post the time limit as well. So it was a great effort done. So good job. Now I have two more role takers pending to be evaluated. One is the table topic master and the Toastmaster of the day, followed by my general evaluation. I see it's already 9:30, so I think the meeting may get extended by almost 10 minutes. Do I have consent for the same? Yes. Okay. So let me move on to the table topic master, Toastmaster Priyamvada. All the topics were relatable. That is, people could speak for at least 1 minute, or in this case, most of them were around 1 minute 30 seconds. So that is the quality of a great table topic speaker. It's not just coming here and giving random topics and making them uncomfortable, but making them uncomfortable and making them speaking for at least 1.5 minutes is a great challenge, which you really aced at. So you mentioned about how the table topic session would go on. You mentioned about the time details in detail. So that went on well. You added nice fillers between speakers as well. So that was a great job done. However, I have a suggestion to the table topic master and the committee in general. What we follow at our club, I mean, I'm not comparing, but as a small suggestion is that when the table topic session is introduced, we first give preference to all the non-role taker members who are not role takers. And then once they are done, we'll move on to the guests or the role takers as well. But I see there were a few guests who did not get a chance to speak today, someone like Neeta and others. So as a practice, probably you can make it an effort to force, or probably instead of giving an option, you can call out the members and ask them to speak. Because what I learned as the president when I was the president of our club, I made sure anyone who attends the meeting will get a chance to speak. So that itself acts like a motivation for us to join, so that we definitely get a chance at table topics to speak. That is one thing which you could consider. But a great job done, easy speech, easy topics. People could ace through your topics as well. So a great job done. Can you have a round of applause for the table topic master, Toastmaster Priyamvada again? Do we have Toastmaster Jyothi with us? Is she back?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, okay. So moving on to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jyothi. Again, a brilliant effort by you. You breezed through the part of the Toastmaster of the day, at least till the table topic session started. You spoke about the theme in general. You introduced all the speakers well. You added fillers between the speeches as well. It's not only about saying, okay, the first speaker is done, now the second speaker and evaluator. You added nice fillers, which was really good to hear. You introduced the general evaluator well. You interacted with the guests and audience as well. So that was a great job done by you. However, a few suggestions from my end to probably take your script or delivery to the next level. One, probably a little more energy and enthusiasm would have helped. Probably showing that energy in your voice could have helped, because as a TMOD, the main focus is on you, not the table topic master, not the G, not the speaker. So because you start the meeting, you are the sutradhar of the meeting. So probably a little more energy and enthusiasm would definitely have helped. Second, there are a lot of guests with us amongst today. So when we have guests around, it's always important to talk about the three segments of a Toastmasters meeting. We only mentioned briefly that we have prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. I, as a guest, may not know what is a prepared speech segment or a table topic segment or an evaluation segment. I know introductions will be given to each segments later, but as a heads up during your TMOD address, it's better to have a structure in place, talk about the prepared speeches, then table topic session, then the evaluation, then call in the general evaluator so that it all syncs in perfectly. So that is one thing I would recommend. But unfortunately, you have to drop off in between. Again, you handed over to Toastmaster Dhwani, who took up the responsibility at the last minute. So that was a great challenge accepted, Toastmaster Dhwani, because taking up the role of grammarian or accounter or evaluator may be okay because you know what to expect and go ahead. But taking the role of the Toastmaster of the day, the second half, I think you did a great job. You had again great energy as well. You again spoke more on the theme, even though you were not prepared to do so. You introduced the table topic master, but without a great introduction, you just invited her. Again, I know it's not your fault, but the table topic master felt comfortable walking in because we made her welcome with a nice round of applause. But having said that, a great job done by both the Toastmaster of the days for today, which is Toastmaster Jyothi and the backup Toastmaster Dhwani. With that, moving on to my final bits, general evaluation pertaining to this meeting. I usually recommend to have AV checks done before the meeting, but however, we do not have any glitches today with at least the prepared speakers or evaluators. So that point is moot now. The tag team players or the TAGL team players should actually be given screen sharing rights probably before they start, as in when the G starts his role, probably you could give them the roles, or else I've seen this many times at the Gabbys that they come on stage and then they don't have the screen sharing right. So probably the Zoom moderator should keep this point in mind. Coming to the general positive points, I'll come back to the listener later because I want to test the listener. Probably she can add a couple of suggestions or questions from me as well, which probably to check if you are awake or attentive. The positives of the meeting. The role takers group was great for better coordination. Great job done. Everything was served to me as a G on a platter. I'm sure the same was the case with the TMOD and the other role takers as well. Agenda was prepared well in advance. The G script was also given to me, even though I had it ready with me. All the role takers' introductions were in place in a proper document so that anyone who fills in at the last minute has access to that. However, a few points to make this great meeting greater. One, as the VPE, I would advise Toastmasters Sudharma to have backup role takers in place before the meeting starts in the agenda itself. So, for example, 3 speakers, 1 evaluator, let us say Toastmaster Gauri. And when we have Toastmaster Gauri as the backup evaluator, I make sure she is there in the meeting. So anyone drops off, she is the backup evaluator. But I think the problem lies with the tag team. So having 1 or 2 guaranteed role takers in the meeting as designated backup role takers maybe would be of any help later. Maybe again, a couple of points to the Zoom moderator as well. When the timer spoke during her initial introduction of the timers role, she was not pinned. I was spotlighted when she was showing her timer cards in the background. So better coordination with the Zoom monitor and the speakers who are speaking on stage probably would have helped. Same thing with the Toastmaster of the day as well. When she was on stage, again, there was some coordination when it came to the highlighting of the respective role taker who is taking stage. The last point I have, probably, okay, I can say last 2 points because I'm old school, just like Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. So I have to go through my lists here. A winner's post, I don't know if you are creating that or no. Probably when you create a winner's post every week and post it in your regular group, because I'm part of the Gabbys guest group, I'm not sure about that. But if it's posted in the main group or the guest group, it will motivate other members to take up challenges, to take up roles so that they have this winning attitude as well. That is one point which I would just check if it is there already. The last point is regarding the theme and the implementation of the theme. I know it's good to have a theme, we speak about the theme, it's great learning, etc. But implementing it is also a point. We have 2 points here. One is the Zoom background, which was not there for today's meeting. Because when we have a theme like Sankranti, probably with kites around or with the festivities around, probably a good app Zoom background would have helped. And the dress code. I know it was mentioned as ethnic or traditional. I'm including me. I don't think anyone is wearing this traditional attire. So instead of only focusing it on the agenda, I think it's better to just stress on that a little more so that we have a colorful meeting. When we start a new year or the new Uttarayan, as we say, with smiles on our face, I think it's better to start with colors in our lives as well. So with these points, I know it's a great meeting. It always is at Gabbys. It's a privilege to come here and being part of this meeting. My few points to make this meeting or take this meeting to the next level. So this was my general evaluation. I hope I was of some value to you. I hope my points would be considered. Again, it's only a suggestion from my end. Consideration is up to the committee. So with that, I hand it over back to the Toastmaster of the day to take the things forward from here. Back to TMOD. Jyothi.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Shashank Bhat. I would like to hand over the stage to PO DTM Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much. And we are 9 minutes over time already, so I will not take much time. I would just give enough time for us to launch the polls. And while the polls are being launched, I would want to let you know that we still have one small role to be played, which is the listener role. We have not done the listener yet. So while the polls for the rest of it is happening, can we quickly have the listeners' questions from our listener Toastmaster Jaspreet Kaur? Over to you. Jaspreet, as we are voting, please ask us the questions.
Thank you so much, DTM Sourav. So it's time to check our listening skills now. And keeping in tune with today's theme, that is Sankranti, I promise a grandiose bowl full of sweet yellow rice with saffron and cardamom topped with nuts, delivered right to your home before you finish your dinner tonight. And this will be not for everybody, but for the one who gives the maximum number of correct answers today. The first question is, Toastmaster Samita at the beginning of the meeting spoke something about a special dish prepared during Sankranti. She said something about the vegetables. What is that? The do's and the don'ts that she spoke about the vegetables, if anyone could tell that.
All types of vegetables boiled together with moong dal. I forgot the name.
The do's and the don'ts.
Boiled without being
The don'ts.
even the roots
Yeah. Whole vegetables without being washed, boiled, but not cut, cooked with moong dal.
Moong dal.
Okay. Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari wanted to move out to a new city. Someone supported her and convinced the other family members as well. Who was that person?
Mother.
Yes. I hope somebody is keeping track of the right number of answers being given. Toastmaster Pranav could jog for an extremely small time on the first day. How much was it?
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes. Very good. Okay. What did table topic master Priyamvada steal as a child?
Coins from her father's pocket.
Coins from her father's pocket.
Father's pocket.
Toastmaster Aparna Raja seems to be winning the game today. Okay. So, what is a great practice according to the general evaluator Shashank Bhat that he told the sergeant at arms Sudharma Perera right at the beginning?
To give introductions that are not roted, rather something she can collect from other people and introduce them.
Right at the beginning, he said something. The first thing, I think that was the first thing that he said.
Energy?
Different introduction to the presiding officer.
Pardon?
Different introduction to
The question.
No, the question is, what is a great practice according to the general evaluator that he told to the sergeant at arms? Something which is a wonderful thing that was
Open on time.
Yes, starting the meeting right at time. Thank you very much. I think we don't have time for more. Rather, I was enjoying. Everybody was awake and alert, it seems. So thank you very much, everybody. And the one who's the winner, please wait for the bowl full of rice the moment you finish your dinner. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we will close the last poll as well. And let me say a couple of things about this meeting before I announce the results. So the first is that this meeting was indeed a little special because of we have had some new role takers doing the roles for the first time in a Toastmaster meeting. If I'm not wrong, Gauri, you are the accountant for the first time, right?
Yes.
So great job, Gauri. Being an accountant is not easy because you have to be attentive and listening all the time. And you are on camera for the whole time. So which also gives the speakers and role takers the confidence that, the reports are not just being fictitiously dished out, because who in the world remembers how many hours we have used? If we could remember, why would we use it in the first place, right? So we were that conscious. So yes, so that thank you so much. You very well played, Gauri. Really proud of how you played the role. Same for you. Just breathe. Are you being the listener for the first time? Lovely. Okay, so we had two first-time role takers, and I'm happy to see you taking up these roles. Hope to see you playing more roles in the future meetings. Very quickly, I'll take a feedback from Gaurav. Gaurav has been with us from the beginning of the meeting. He has been on camera, and Sudhakar and Manikandan, because they have been with us through the meeting. There are guests. Gaurav, very quickly, 30 seconds, please. How did you like the meeting? Anything that you want us to improve?
I would say that the entire meeting, the kind of pace and the sort of timeliness of everything, how everything went was really impressive, and I liked, how the members, take a topic and spontaneously come up with a speech for a given topic. That skill is like something that I really appreciate, and I would like to learn that as well as I go, as I participate more in the coming sessions. So yeah, looking forward to maybe participate and interact with you guys. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much. And I'm pretty sure that at the Gabbys, you will find the right people to help you with that. On the screen, you see our timer Toastmaster Aparna Raja is the current district champion of impromptu speaking. So, of our own district, and the district champion of another district, District 98, is also Joanne Joseph. She's also a member of the Gabbys. So the Gabbys is home to two district champions of impromptu speaking, and definitely they are always by our sides, helping us improve and becoming better. Sudhakar, any quick comments before we wrap this up?
No, it's absolutely amazing, and I have to confess that this is the first time I'm totally attentive, 2.5 hours. I never actually, most of the meetings, right? Sometimes I switch off the audio, video, and stuff like that. This is amazing. I'm really excited to join, and I am joining actually from tomorrow only. Complete all the formalities. It is absolutely honored to join. Amazing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Manikandan, any quick comments?
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting. Overall, I just don't have any comments as such, but ultimately, the warm welcome at the same time, we started with the food. Maybe that could be the welcoming part. So we like that meeting in the initial stage. Going forward, I believe as a guest, I would recommend, I think that music part is really good. but by the time maybe the networking part will usually happen during our in-person connect, but it's not possible during a virtual. But some innovative ideas, like Shashank said, some innovative ideas can come in so that that can be like more interactive. That's only suggestion I have. But overall, it's a good session, but I really loved it. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you, Mani. Actually, we are experimenting with this break time. Generally, online meetings in India, we don't have a break. We have started this experimentation because particularly timers said that, we don't even have the time to go and grab a glass of water. It becomes so stressful. And that's why we are trying experimenting with this. We have not yet got the sweet spot. So all suggestions are welcome. And Shashank, my friend, I mean, your suggestions are always not only yours. I think any general evaluator we invite from outside, because we want to see perspectives which we miss out, because we are doing this meeting time and again. So we miss out on certain finer aspects. We have some really good points. And with me sitting in this room are two other presidents of the two other Gabbys clubs, and we are all in agreement that some of your points need some serious consideration from our side. So you see one thumb here and the other thumb here. So both the presidents gave you thumbs up. So that's a presidential endorsement of your evaluation, Mr. General Evaluator. And with this, I would move on to the table topic speakers. The best table topic we have, as usual, a tie between two people. One is Toastmaster Dina McInroy, who is our favorite, all-time favorite. So Dina, very well done. And your speech, Dina, you wanted me to evaluate you, but how can you evaluate a speech that's already so good? I always keep saying that in this entire Toastmaster membership fraternity of 300,000 members, you are the only member who has the ability to chat a speech, right? No one else has the ability to put a speech on chat. And I mean, with this special talent, yes. Thank you so much, Dina. You are phenomenal. You are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Dina. Okay, and the other person who shares the stage with you in terms of the first prize is yours truly. So both of us are on the screen together as the two best table topic speakers. Okay, great. Now let's move on to the next category, which is the best speaker. The favorite speaker for today is Toastmaster Pranav Pothan, speaker number 3. Congratulations, Pranav. Really appreciate the story, the inspirational story you shared with us. Our favorite auxiliary role taker for today, it is the grammarian for today, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, who managed to play this role despite a lot of disturbances in the room that she complained about initially, the room that she is in, where we're sitting with two other presidents who were not giving her the space to concentrate. And the next, our favorite role taker. Now here I must also say that the table topic master for today is also playing the role for the first time. Fabulous job, Priyamvada Sharma. Thank you so much for taking this up. But the best role taker for today is not our table topic master. The best role taker for today is our general evaluator, Toastmaster Shashank Bhat. Thank you so much. The most enthusiastic participant for this meeting, this was a clear winner. I mean, there was no one in contest, absolutely. It's again, any points, no points for guessing. It's only one and the only Dina McInroy from Canada for being the most enthusiastic participant. Thank you so much, Dina. Constantly on chat, constantly on messages, and constantly, participating and in everything that happens in the meeting. Thank you. You bring so much of energy into the meeting, Dina. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dina. And the best evaluator for today, the favorite evaluator, very, very close, very, very close. Just a couple of votes difference between and then also we have a tie for the first position. Those who are on tie, they know who they are on tie. So it's for the rest of us. So the first two positions for the best favorite evaluator, one is Dhwani Adesara, evaluator 1, and yours truly, Sourav Dutta. Thank you so much. And with this, I adjourn the meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmaster Club. We'll be back day after tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m. IST, and same link, bit.ly/the Gabbys TMC. Till then, keep learning, keep having fun. Happy Makar Sankranti, happy festivals, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
The meeting is adjourned.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Good night. Have a good day, Dina. Bye.
Bye.